Hey everyone, it's Coach T Lynn. So I just got off of the most amazing call with ShaunT. We were supposed to do a workout too, but we were all awfully chatty. There was 5 of us total, and it ended up being just this amazing conversation. And I have to tell you, I am completely touched. Y'all know about my plus size ladies. All my groups are plus size related. The coaches that I work with are plus size. My pages are dedicated to plus size women. And I always tell people, when you work out with ShaunT, listen. Don't look at the screen. Listen to what he has to say. And I gotta tell you, I've taken so many notes being on that call, but I didn't want to take my eyes off ShaunT because it's kind of hard to take your eyes off ShaunT. But he had so much to say about those of us that are plus size and on our journey or starting on our journey. So much of the conversation went in that direction. Yes, I was in the room. Yes, there was a plus size woman there, but a lot of times people will shy away from that conversation unless it's here. And with ShaunT, it's here. I hate when I get emotional, but I can't help it. There is nothing more amazing to me than to listen to this trainer, ShaunT, that I help so many of you. I've been helping a lot of you through, even when I started with Insanity. You all know I started Insanity at 330 pounds, and I used to teach women how to get through that before we ever had modifications, just by sharing my journey. At this point, there's 500,000 views on my YouTube of videos of me showing a plus size body doing this. And I'm not waiting for anyone to put a plus size person in the videos. I'm just gonna do it, and I hope that one day that happens. But you guys, look, his whole thing, we were on the phone on this hangout for an hour, was about doing things in layers, about honoring your body where you are right now, about how we're all unique. And I mean, the only thing he didn't say in this whole thing is that fit doesn't have a size, but everything he said led to that. You guys, we're on an individual journey. This is not a man that you're just watching on the screen. This is not a man who's just trying to sell you DVDs. He actually gives a shit about each one of us. Can I see that? It doesn't matter for a size 2 or a size 32. It is our journey. Honor that. Modify the modifier. All the things that I speak about that never even came out of my mouth during this video, I heard come back from ShaunT. That means the world. So while we go through these videos and we say we quit because we couldn't keep up, you're not supposed to keep up. We're not supposed to be comparing ourselves to everyone else in that video, because that's not us and that's not our journey. Use it as an opportunity to be able to challenge yourself, not to compare yourself. I'm really touched about so much of what he had to say. And I asked him, you know, I'm hoping I actually get the video content from this actual call so I can share more with you. But, you know, he talks, you know, people ask about struggles and how do you stay motivated. And, you know, he's so right. He said a lot of times the struggles and the motivation comes from this fear of failure, because so many of us start and stop again. And sometimes it's fear of accepting who we are. And sometimes, and I will tell you something I've struggled with at times, sometimes when we start to reach that goal, we're not comfortable in ourselves in that moment, and we revert back to where we were. And, you know, that's part of motivation. It's just one step at a time, you guys. These are all ShaunT's words. You know, other things that he talked about. I mean, everything he was talking about was in the direction of layers. And I mean, he was so supportive of what it is that we're doing as plus size women. I literally felt like it was just him and I. I mean, there was only 5 of us in the room. I mean, and then ShaunT. But it really felt like it was a conversation between the two of us. And I love the fact that, you know, ShaunT isn't about having the most fit abs and things like that. He loves hearing about our journey and our process. And I told him how I share and I further modify. You know, I asked the question. I asked the question about plus size women or somebody that's plus size in the videos. You know what he said? And he opened my eyes. He goes, I don't want to put somebody who's plus size. And I'm kind of improvising what he said, but he paraphrasing. He doesn't want to put necessarily a plus size person as the modification. So that's the way he thinks. And he's always trying to bring diversity into his videos. That's ShaunT. And that's amazing. And so I said, well, what if you just put a plus size person in the back? He didn't shy away from the question. He didn't avoid the question. He didn't talk around it. He had an answer and a heart for it, you guys. So I can't tell you how honored I am that I was able to have this conversation with ShaunT. It would not be possible if it wasn't for all of you. So I told him, I said, my questions come from the ladies that I work with. I'd asked you all what questions you had, and I kind of compiled it into a couple. And this just, it's not possible without you guys. And I want to thank you so much. And I was absolutely there representing all of you, asking your questions and things that you wanted to know. So you were all there in spirit. And I'm hoping I'll be able to share some of these tidbits that I have with you. But if you're not doing a ShaunT program right now, you should be. And I'm just amazed. What an amazing day.